Mythos black paint, the convenience package, and the black optic package. This is the 2025 Audi Q4 e-Tron. And with this Quattro format, we're gonna talk about what we have here for the 2025 model year, because it's been a little while since we've had a Q4 e-Tron on the channel. So let's take a spin around this one and see what we have to offer for the 2025 model year. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where we're here at Audi Lakeland in Florida with the 2025 e-Tron 45 Quattro. Now, with this e-Tron, we have the Mythos Black, and we've had the Mythos Black before, but not with the black optic package in 2025, which we have here today. Plus, we added the convenience package and a couple of additional options to kind of, spruce it up a little bit for the 2025 model year. So let's spin around this thing, options, features, and see what it's all about when it comes to this 2025 Audi Q4 e-Tron. Now, big shout out to Audi Lakeland in Florida for letting me take a spin around this Q4 e-Tron. Now, if you guys like this model or any other model they have here in their lineup, make sure you guys check the link in the description down below. You guys can check out their inventory, their phone number there as well. You guys can give them a call and get one of these beautiful cars off of this lot and out there on the roads today. Now, let's talk about underneath the hood of the Q4 e-Tron, because we don't necessarily have a front, any kind of front passenger space, but we do have access to like our windshield washer fluid or things like our battery terminal, very similar to what you would see underneath the Volkswagen ID4. But we have plenty of trunk space we'll talk about in just a moment. But since we have the hood open, let's talk about performance, because with this rear wheel drive setup, I probably said Quattro in the intro and accident, this is the rear wheel drive model, but we're still looking at 282 horsepower and 402 pound-feet of torque out of this rear wheel drive setup. So that's gonna give us a 0 to 60 time, or 0 to 62, let's do a 0 to 62 or 0 to 100 kilometer time in 6.7 seconds. Now that's going to give us a top speed at 112 miles per hour when it comes to the overall performance. Now, when we mention those dimensions for the Q4 e-Tron, we're looking at an overall wheelbase of 108.7 inches. We have a length at 180.6 inches. We have a width at 73.4 inches and a height at 63.5 inches with an overall curb weight of 4,983 pounds. Now, done in beautiful Mythos black paint. It's been a while since we've had a Q4 e-Tron on the channel, but we haven't had it exactly like this. The Mythos black model we had before, well, it was without the black optic package you see here today. So it didn't have the blacked out elements. We also added the darker Audi badging as well, and a couple other things I think you guys are gonna like. Now, first things first, you guys will see that Mythos black paint is very diverse, very sparkly, and there's a lot of flavor inside of that, and hopefully this Florida sun does its job and shows it off the best. And then we have the darkened out Audi rings right up front and center, as you guys can see with that 3D element. I love it on the e-Tron models. Fox grille with the horizontal slats, you guys can see here with our sensor right there. You guys will also see the e-Tron engraving right there on the Mythos black setup. Now, actually that is the gloss black setup, because you guys will see the gloss black grille goes all the way across, part of our black optic package blacking out that grille. We will also come to the side here, because you guys will see we do have the blacked out side blade with the integrated sensor right there as well, plastic cladding. We do have our LED lighting, which you guys will see illuminated very shortly with the DRLs, high beams and low beams. And then we get down right here to this part where we have the Mythos black coming in with the plastic cladding down below. Fox on this side of the grille, functional right here through the center. And then you guys will see we do also have our integrated sensors there as well, giving it a nice kind of stylistic look, but also functionality when it comes to airflow and cooling inside of the Q4 e-Tron. Now, when it comes to the side profile, our Mythos black paint shows out with the black optic package in the trim, but we also have a standard set of 19-inch 5 double spoke design wheels with the aero design and the bicolor finish, as you guys will see with the Audi logo front and center. We also have Bridgestone all-season tires to help keep it to the ground. Now, you guys will also see we do have the wheel wells done in Mythos black. Same with the side blades and the insert there as well, because, black optic package. And then we have the Mythos black mirror caps and door handles with the black window moldings, the black B-pillar, the black C-pillar, black roof rails, and then the big panel roof up top, all right, glass roof, where you guys will see we do have the shark fin antenna in black, and then our Mythos black spoiler with our black side blades that feeds right from here, right into the C-pillar here, looking really cool when it comes to the overall lines. I definitely like the look in the side profile of the Q4 e-Tron. Now, the rear of the Q4, when it comes to functionality, is brilliant because it's very aerodynamic, flowy and curvy lines, which is good for fuel economy and overall shape of this EV. So with that said, first things first, well, we have black Audi badges in the rear. All right, more traditional black Audi badges than up front. And you guys will see that in our sticker breakdown. You will also see we do have the integrated third brake light and the spoiler there as well. And then the beautiful LED light bar, as you guys will see, that goes from the side all the way through to the next end. Again, a nice flowy line from one side to another. You guys will see that illuminated very shortly. Q4 badge done in black, as you guys will see. And then coming down, you will also see in the bumper engraved in is the e-Tron moniker. Now we also have a plastic cladding right here to break up the bumpers, and we have the horizontal reflectors, and then the integrated sensors are there as well. Now, then we get down to the rear diffuser, and that's plastic cladding as well to give us the nice protection when it comes to our Mythos black paint. We're putting it all together. It's a nice, again, nice and seamless aerodynamic look when it comes to the rear of the Q4. Now, when it comes to cargo space for the Q4, we're looking at 26 cubic feet with the rear folding seats up. Fold down that 40-60 split, and you're looking at 54 cubic feet of space. As you guys will see, that's a ton when it comes to this whole setup. Privacy shade, which is easily removed, as you guys can see with the strings here. We have the LED light right here on this side here. And then you guys will see we do have the nice cargo mat to help protect the carpet. Now lift it up, and you guys will see we do have extra storage down there as well. And we do have our hook for towing, just in case the car needs to get towed. And then we also have an onboard charger. I'll talk about that in just a moment because we need to talk about charging. But with that cargo space and one touch close to one touch lock, what do you guys think when it comes to the rear cargo of the Q4 e-Tron? Now, I did say we were going to look at those lighting elements when it comes to the Q4 e-Tron with the beautiful high beams and low beams, the switchback turn signals between bright white and amber as well, just shining so brightly, looking brilliant. Now, you guys will also see we do have the amber turn indicator in the mirror cap there as well. And then the LED light bar that you guys love is gorgeous. Sequential as well in the tails, and then going all the way across the length of the vehicle. What do you guys think when it comes to illumination for the Q4 e-Tron? So now we're inside the Q4 e-Tron, 52 cubic feet of space, black interior, gray stitching all throughout, wood grain trim, the panel roof letting in that natural light. This is a good place to be with the 4-spoke steering wheel design, which we'll talk about in just a moment. First off, door paneling will show you guys that we do have the gloss black bezel right around the aluminum trim door handle with the aluminum door handle itself. We have our locks and our memory seats right there as well. Then we have soft touches on the top with soft touches of fabric kind of like touch right there on the door cards, and then soft touches when it comes to the armrest with the gray stitching as well. Then we have our door pulls here with our our window switches and our mirror controls there as well, with our speaker grill down there and our trunk release right there. Now, pull her up and we'll talk about the steering wheel, because you guys are seeing this steering wheel on a lot of newer Audi models like the A5 and the Q5 refreshes, things like that. Started here with the e-Tron models, and as you guys can see, we have the Audi rings front and center, 4-spoke design with aluminum trim, all right, stitching all throughout when it comes to the steering wheel. And then you guys will see behind the steering wheel, we do have our driver assistance controls when it comes to our cruise control. We have a manual adjust telescopic steering wheel, so if I can pull it up, there we go, and lock it into place wherever I want. All right, you guys will see paddle shifters. Why do we have paddle shifters in the EV? Regenerative braking, so you can adjust the level of regenerative braking by using these paddle shifters. You will also see lane keep assist here with our high beam controls and our windshield washer nozzles right there. Now, I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, and if I put it in drive, you guys will see that it changes right now and it shows you that we're ready to go. We got auto hold on, but we have our instrument cluster here, which is an 11.6-inch screen. So we'll talk about that in just a moment, because we also have, again, the front and center Audi rings with, on the right hand side, we do have our radio controls, and we have our hands-free controls. And on the left hand side, we can adjust the digital instrument cluster by pressing view and changing the way that the things are laid out. We can press left or right and change what information we have in the center. All right, we can go up and down and scroll through different things as well, as you guys can see. So there's different ways you can kind of adjust exactly what you guys want to see inside of this. It's a good look when it comes to the e-Tron models, because it really takes advantage of this whole system, this whole setup and the technology, and puts it right here, right in front of you for ease of use. So I really like how they did that. Now you guys will also see Actually, we will go to that screen in just a moment. I got to talk about that. The left-hand side, we get the same texture that we'll have in the door cards, all right, with that texture pattern. Then we have the aluminum trim, the dark aluminum trim. You guys will also see gloss black here as well, right around the HVAC vents. And then we do have our lighting controls when it comes to our low beams right there. Now, coming across, we do have that same pattern on the top of the dash with right here as well. Going across is just a nice look because it's a soft feel, but it gives a nice texture and nice kind of premium feel. All right, then you have the wood grain trim looking gorgeous on top. Now you also see that dark aluminum trim right there across the dash, all right, with the e-Tron badging and the HVAC there. And then we do have right there, big glove box as well. The seats are wonderful. All right, I'm sitting on them now and they are super comfortable. When it comes to these seats, they're done in black with the gray stitching. And then you have that gray insert right on the side as well. Gray stitching on the headrest. It's a nice feel. Now you guys will also see that we do have the key fob here. Lock, truck release, and unlock with the Audi rings. You know, pretty standard for the Audi keys these days. And then you guys will also see on the flip side, we do have the panic button right there. And we have a physical key, so if I press that, just in case the key fob battery dies, we can still get inside the vehicle. Now, with that said, the screen, I'm not sure what I did. I might have turned it off. It works because there it is. I press park, exit out, and then it shows up, and then I'm not sure what I did to mess it up. So this is the MMI system that you guys are used to from Audi. You guys know this model very well, but this software is not currently working specifically on this car, so I'm not exactly sure what I did. But to show you that it works, the reverse camera is right there just by me putting it in reverse. I can also press park, right, exit out, and press this button here. It will also bring it up, so you don't have to always put it in reverse. But that's all my fault. I'm not exactly sure what I did to do that. Now, with that said, dual zone climate controls here. All right, heated seats on both sides. Drive mode selector will give you our drive modes. I can't necessarily see those right now. With hazard buttons right there and your traction off button right there, so you can turn off your traction. We also have radio controls here. Start, stop there to turn on and off the car. It'll automatically turn off because of passenger detection. So once you get out of the car, unless you have the seatbelt buckled, it will turn off anyways. We saw drive there, we saw neutral and reverse, brings up the backup camera, P for park, and then this will bring up your driver assistance. Not sure if it will do it because, yep, so yeah, sorry. So you guys know a lot of what that looks like, but I messed up the screen, something happened. Now, underneath here, we have plenty of space because we don't have any transmission tunnel to take up the space. You know, no gears in the EV, right? So we got extra stowage down here, check that out. USB-C plug-ins, 12 volt, and we do our wireless phone charging right there as well. We also have our cup holders down below, out of the way, which is nice. Nice floating armrest right up top here. And then we have extra storage down there, again, because of the same reason, no transmission tunnel. Now look up top, we do have that panel roof. We do have the controls right here. So we have a one-touch slider to close the sunshade and one-touch slider to close and open the glass with the SOS button there, dome light, floodlights, everything like that up there. And then we also have our digital rearview mirror with the HomeLink controls right there as well. And then we go to visor, mirror, and a light right there. That's inside the Q4 e-Tron. So now let's talk about charging when it comes to the Q4 e-Tron, because we get an 11 kilowatt onboard charger and 175 kilowatts of fast charging. So as you guys can see, we have our charging port here, easy to get to, and we get a total range of 288 miles. Now we can charge this up from 10 to 80% in around 28 minutes on that 175 kilowatt DC fast charging. So keep that in mind. Now, if you did home charging, well, 0 to 100% will take around 12 hours using a 240 volt level 2 charger. So if you go home and do it, it will take you by the time you get home to by the time you're ready to get up and leave the house again. But the DC fast charging is going to be the one that will get you to 10 to 80% in around 28 minutes. Now in the rear of the Q4 e-Tron, around 44 cubic feet of space. And let's hop in because we have the same beautiful black and gray stitching all throughout when it comes to the seating elements. And then hopping inside, you guys will see we have our cargo mats. We have plenty of knee wiggle room here, all right? Extra storage right here on the backrest of both the driver's side and passenger side with our HVAC vents here with our HVAC LCD screen, our USB-C plugins right there, and our 12 volt lighter there as well. And plenty of room because there's no central tunnel with the transmission there because, you know, I mean, it's an EV. So with that said, you will also have armrests here with cup holders there as well. We have that big sunroof there, panel roof letting in that natural light. And then you guys will see in the door paneling here, same as up front. So you get the nice bezel here, you get the aluminum trim around the door handle, the soft touches on the door cards, on the armrest with the gray stitching there as well, and then our speaker grill and everything there that you guys know and love like up front. What do you guys think about the rear of the Q4 e-Tron? Now let's take a look at the sticker breakdown on the 2025 Audi Q4 e-Tron, because we start live at $49,800. Now after our additional options and our $1,295 destination charge, we're looking at a total price of $55,075. Now how do we get there? Well, our Mythos black metallic paint is $595. Our black interior, well, that is included. But we do have our convenience package at $1,900 that gives us the Audi Advanced Key, alarm system with motion sensor, auto-dimming interior mirror with compass and home link, auto-dimming power folding exterior mirrors, memory for the driver's seat and exterior mirrors, power front passenger seat with power lumbar, the projection light in the exterior mirrors, and you also have the CSX M360 3-month trial with wireless phone charging pad. Now the black optic package is $500. That'll give us the black exterior trim and the black roof rails. We also have the black Audi rings and badges at $350, the Audi guard protection kit at $340, and the Audi beam rings at $295. Everything else you see here though comes standard when it comes to technical, comfort and technology, and safety and convenience. Make sure you guys pause, zoom in, screenshot, do whatever you need to do to see everything that this comes with. And you can check out the warranty at 4 years, 50,000 miles, whichever comes first, or 8 years, 100,000 on the battery. Make sure you guys check the link in the description for Audi Lakeland's full breakdown on the sticker